Hey everybody, it is Friday. Time for a little late night Northern Lion stream. Sorry, I meant for it to be earlier this afternoon. We had an important meeting at like 2:30 p.m. And then as we were leaving the meeting, which took like 2 hours, we were meeting with our bank, but our banker was like, "Where'd you park?" And we were like, "In front of your bank." And then he was like, "Oh, after like 4 p.m., they just tow you." And they opened that lane for rush hour. So it was our fault. But our car did get towed. And then we walked to the towing lot, which took forever. And then we got our car. And now I'm home. So I expected to be earlier, but it happens from time to time. Is a tow first, ask questions later sort of situation. That's life. I mean, we got the car back. We got a parking ticket, which makes sense because we, broke a parking bylaw. But we're good. It's not really a big deal. What did it cost? It doesn't matter. Here's the thing. I don't want to tell you because I don't want you to be like, well, I'll just donate that much money for the mistake that you made. But it isn't a substantial amount of money in the whole scheme of things. The most important thing it cost us was like an hour of our time. And my pride. So, the main event today, I'm going to stream 2.5, 3 hours, hopefully. The main event is a new fishing game on the Nintendo Switch. Fishing Star World Tour. Unfortunately, it's going to take a minute to download. So in advance of that, we're going to do the Slay the Spire daily. We'll play Fishing Star World Tour for as long as it seems appropriate. And then, that's basically, we'll see what happens after that. After that, Kate's going to play some Monster Hunter way late at night. But you can't go a minute after midnight, Kate, because Saturday's our day off.
I won't.
Sorry, my voice is warming up. We walked for like 90 minutes. And it's cold. It's like just above 0 outside. So I know that's not crazy cold for like the rest of North America, but to be outside, and I wasn't necessarily wearing the clothes you would normally wear if you expected to go on a long walk on a winter day. If you know what I mean. So I'm just warming up here. Anyway, so I don't know how long's left in the download, but I'm going to load up Slay the Spire here. Really, it was like a last minute sort of thing where I was trying to figure out what I should play while we're downloading. So I just figured, you know what? Slay the Spire, easy money. Why not? Correct. There's no Uber in Vancouver. We could have called a cab, but it's not really like, it wasn't that big of a deal. But interfacing with Vancouver taxis at like 5 p.m. is not something I would rather do. Or is not something I would like to do in general. Because, I think they kind of suck everywhere. But they definitely suck here as well. Hold on. Let me get the screen region set up. You could have called fake taxi. Now you're speaking my language. Vancouver buses are fine. Like, buses are real good. But, it's the kind of thing where, you're not going far enough that taking 2 transfers is really worth it. It's just they happen to be in between bus lines. But anyway. It's way too specific to be relevant for entertainment value. Let's see what we got going on here. Sealed deck. I love it. Crafted deck from 30 random cards. I've done another daily that was Controlled Chaos. I don't think Controlled Chaos is actually that valuable. Or I don't think it changes things that much. Except after your first couple of turns, it like ruins your deck. And then Terminal, I mean, to start with Thread and Needle is good, but max HP is kind of bad. Anyway. Losing the max HP is bad, I should say. Let's see what we got here. So, how many cards do we get to pick? It's like 10? Let's see. What do we want to build? We're fighting the Guardian. So, right off the bat, I'll tell you what I want here. A few of them at least. I definitely want armaments. Like body slam, shrug it off. I mean, there's some really, really good stuff here, in my opinion. So the way I see it, you're looking at least one armaments, both body slams. We probably want one juicy card. Heavy Blade is okay. But I think Perfected Strike is going to be truly terrible. Because of the fact that we're not going to have many cards with strike in our decks. So we don't want that, even if we take a pommel. So if we want one big juicy attack, I think there's one way to go about that right now, and that's that's Heavy Blade. The other one would be like just take Wild Strikes, but I think we want armaments, maybe even armaments, body slam, Heavy Blade. So that's 3 attacks, 2 blocks. And then, oh, did I turn off the armaments? Hold on. No, there's 3 armaments. We don't need 3 armaments. That's too much. Shrug it off is extremely good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 4 more cards. We definitely need more attacks. I think that, I mean, this is going to make all the difference, basically. You know, what we choose here will determine whether we even have a chance to be in the score, or in the top score, I should say. It's true, if you take Wild Strike, your wounds are unlikely to matter, just due to the fact that the deck is going to be so thick anyway as a result of Frozen Eye. But now that I think, you might draw them too fast. How does this Controlled Chaos work again? At the start of your turn, add 10 random cards to the bottom of your draw. You know what? I think you're right. I think Wild Strike has like no problem whatsoever. Havoc plus Frozen Eye, I agree, is kind of interesting. So let me see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we could use like a True Grit just to give us 1 extra block, and a Headbutt or a second True Grit to bring the stuff we want. But tell you what, do I like this? I like this as an okay start. Let's give it a try. And as always on dailies, we're like for real going to fight like crazy right off the bat. So choose a card to upgrade. I would love a free Body Slam. You're gonna get dusted. And I am an idiot. I already told the towing story. At the end of the day, it's really like, it's not a good story. I accidentally parked. Truth be told, I mean, we could even just not add anything. I accidentally parked in a place that was legal, and then by the time I left where I was, it was no longer legal. So I had to... The meeting went on longer than expected, and I had to go grab the... I had to go to the towing lot to grab my car. What I was thinking is, like, we don't even have to add cards. If we don't add cards, these are our first 2 turns guaranteed. But I guess having some AoE is not a terrible idea. And I don't really want to pay to remove a card. I literally just added them all. You know what, buddy? You're a real piece of garbage. Not a big fan of that at all. Shrug does also give you a repeated, or a repeat bonus, I should say. I guess does this cost 0 if we upgrade it? It does. Okay, so then let's take a look. Whatever we draw is going to be exhausted. So this is a free shrug it off, which also gives us draw. And then that's 10 damage, that's 12, and another 18, you're dead. We got a cool thing going on here. Kind of interesting, at least. I don't want to add any of those. In the end, like, I don't really care about where I rank on the daily. Obviously, I would like to rank as well as possible. Please draw Body Slam. You are a coward. Does post backlog NL know... Hold on. Let's do it like this. Does post backlog NL know that sometimes removing early is a good thing? That's the fishing game. Just finished downloading, by the way. Yes, I've started to remove early now. You know, if there's one thing I'm guilty of, and there's probably several in Slay the Spire, when I get advice, sometimes I take it too literally. So people are like, you know, keep a fat deck early. Don't remove cards early. And I'm like, got it. Never remove cards early. And they're like, well, that's not really what I meant. But, you know, I guess if this is where we are, so be it. Cleave. You know what? That's actually a pretty good cleave. And then we'll toss one of these your way. One of these your way. How was your Valentine's Day dinner? It was really good. It was fantastic. Thank you for asking. Kate posted pictures of it. I don't think we're gonna get you next. You know what? We are gonna get you next turn because we're drawing a freaking Immolate, dude. Did you get an email after the dinner? No, but when we were eating, the person who had emailed me did come over and go like, "Hey, how's the dinner?" And it took everything in my power to not be like, "Leave us alone, please." I'll do whatever you ask. So we'll start with armaments, but body slams are close second. Okay. We're going to get a body slam. That's real weird. So I think we're going to shrug, armaments, everything. Let's throw a Havoc out there real quick. You are so lucky. You don't even know. We might as well True Grit, get rid of the Heavy Blade, and ruin your life. What scent is your deodorant? Dude, that's a dang good question. Because to be honest with you, I ain't got any idea. It's one of those Old Spice deodorants that doesn't actually have a legitimate scent associated with it. It's like, you know, wildfire or something like that. And then you smell it and you're like, yeah, that's, you know, camphor oil or whatever the heck they put in there. It's not Wolfthorn, okay? Don't slander me. You know, Grizzly Bear. I don't know what it's called. Bear Paw. I think I might have Bear Paw. Yo, that's huge. Look at that. So that's 14 damage. Oh, my word. Gotta love it. We are gonna take damage. No, we're not. I'm dumb. What's wrong with Wolfthorn? I mean, nothing's wrong with it. I'm not trying to suggest anything about it. I'm just, you know. I mean, I really want to play Headbutt, so as much as it would do extra damage, I think I'd rather do this. I don't think anything's wrong with as long as you're wearing deodorant, man, I'm not gonna be too picky about what flavor you choose. Or whether you should call it a flavor to begin with. Toss another cleave in here. Doesn't bother me. I know there is a Lion Pride Old Spice. You are not incorrect. I don't wear it because I buy whatever kind of deodorant is on sale. So if it's on sale, I will buy that. If it's not on sale, then I will buy something else. You know, this is probably a situation where if you were smarter than I was, or than I am, I should say, you would do the math, but I'm not really about that sort of lifestyle, so I think I'm just gonna play these. I think we gotcha. Yeah. we did have you on. Okay, stop that. You're just hurting yourself. We did have you if we had flexed before we played the card. Life goes on, brother. Might as well go for maximum collector bonus. Stop hitting yourself. I mean, just looking at this, I think, I mean, we can do 26 damage as that's our top end turn. Yeah. So I think what I'm gonna do is this, and then see you later, buddy. We're gonna draw Wild Strike. I would rather Shrug than Armaments. And then we could choose to play Headbutt instead, but Wild Strike is, I think, a little bit more yielding here. NL, have you played any more Mystic Veil? I did. Not really a great card to draw on Havoc, but it does cost 0, so I guess why not? I have, but only for, I recorded a Let's Look At that goes up tomorrow. And it's fine. Like, I think the game is good. I don't think people are going to necessarily love watching it, but I think that the game is, I think that game is better than chat gave it credit for on day one. That's what I'll say about that. Should have focused you down, I think. We are going to take a little damage. What's your opinion on Tetris 99? Better than it was a day ago. But I was looking at my stats for Tetris 99, and I saw that, you know, they have a stat down there. That's the Battle Royale, by the way, for anybody who's not familiar. It's a Tetris 99 blocks enter, 1 block leaves. We don't really want to exhaust Body Slam, although we'll never see it again regardless. How does it work? Well, when you drop blocks, the drops block back, my man. That's not what I meant to say. Hold on, I gotta do some math here real quick. Honestly, yeah, I mean, toss me, I don't know. 16s, we will hit you. 13s, we will hit you. Okay. The controls do trip me up, and at first I was incredulous to what Austin and Corey were saying when they were like, I don't know, the controls are bad. I was like, dude, what do you mean the controls are bad? It's Tetris. But then I had one too many situations where I tried to hit left and accidentally hit up and dropped the block right on my face, and I said, you know what? Maybe they're right. But anyway, I looked at my stats, and I saw that there was one game where 21 people were targeting me simultaneously, and I said to myself, now I understand why I had some of the, like, the most frustrating games of my entire life. And I was telling Kate the same thing. I'm not saying that, like, I'm unfairly targeted. Because I'm sure that it's basically just like the random number generator working against you, right? But to have 21 people hitting you with this is the wrong time to have this conversation, I'll tell you that much. To have 21 people hitting you simultaneously in Tetris, it was like essentially impossible. And that's what made it frustrating. But actually the game is fine. Don't drop spicy. If only there was like, if only the potentiality to avoid putting yourself in that situation. If only that existed. Dude, I'm actually super worried that we're gonna die. I mean, it's not going like that badly. I just... we're gonna be fine. I just like... Our deck becomes nothing once we start to... once we get past those first 10 cards, it literally just becomes random cards. So it's hard to know how you're going to do here. So, you know what? Toss me a bludgeon. I think that's going to work well here. And then I really don't think we want Velvet Choker, so let's get wild and take Calling Bell, dude. Pain is terrible. Everything else is fine by me. Bird-faced Urn, if a fight goes on too long, we'll probably get a lot of heal out of that, so I'm okay with it. I actually think Tetris 99 is pretty fun. And moreover, it kind of, like, I've been talking about the fact that I think Battle Royales get a bad rap. In the sense that, free bludgeon, dude. I think Battle Royales get a bad rap in the sense that, you know, you're not going to love this, but I think that, for me, I consider them to just kind of be like a new mode as opposed to like the scourge that's killing the video gaming industry, which it seems to be how a lot of people see them. Ah, that's right. So the fact that it's just Tetris with a new mode applied to it is basically how I look at it, because I mean that's what it is, I guess. And I think that's just fine, dude. I think that's a-okay. I can at least break it, right? Or do you have to take attack damage that many times? Anyway, I'm cool with it, is what I'm saying. I'm all right with it, at least. Well, I mean, we might as well heal, and then I don't really care what you exhaust. Yeah, I agree. I think we should add more defense into this deck. Probably should be playing our powers just to heal up. I do play with the Pro Controller, but you're not dead. I need to hit you once. Hold on a second. Let's do this. Yeah, lose 3. Just kill him. Okay, smart move. We need more defense. None of these are defense. I don't really care about Evolve. I honestly don't think it matters that much. I do play with the Pro Controller, though. It's a very good starting turn. Sounds good to me. Unless... I don't really want to exhaust a wound at that level. I will say, I think I will never win a game of Tetris 99. I think that, you know, I have had a couple of top 10s. And Kate has given me a lot of good tips. She's much better at Tetris than I am. But I really think it's one of those games. Like, for real, I think that if you put me 1v1 against Shroud in PUBG, I could win one. He will be extremely confident to win almost every match handily without even me putting a shot on. But I just, you know, one lucky tap and I win. In Tetris 99, I feel like literally as soon as someone who's better than you targets you, you stand no chance. I think like there's way less variance when it comes to winning. Corey, it's out of respect for you that I will not call you out for saying the phrase check Twitter. Vague, we need to talk, check Twitter, I send you a message. It's not a good place to be. I don't appreciate it. I had to figure out what else we're going to take here. I mean, I don't think Panacea matters that much. $21 damage, huh? That's a bummer. Corey, you won a game of Tetris 99? That's pretty impressive. Keep in mind, Corey did live in Japan. I think that gives him an innate advantage at the end of the day. I mean, I'll still hit you. Dude, what? I'm just saying, when I look at me and my rankings, dude, this is a terrible draw. In Tetris, usually as soon as I finish the game, there's a whole bunch of like, Ben, Thomas, and then like when we get to the very tippy top, I gotta make sure I live here. there's names that I can no longer read because they're in a different language. Did you see Gritty was an answer on Jeopardy today? Please don't tell anybody, but I am very far behind on my Jeopardy kata. It hasn't been... I've had a busy week, and I've not watched any Jeopardy since last Friday. So I got like 5 episodes in the kicker, or in the can, I should say. And it's... I'm definitely going to watch that. If anything, it's like a nice bonus that I got so much Jeopardy just kind of kicking around, right? But yeah, I need to watch this week's episodes. Remove curse on daily? Yeah, because my HP's really low, so I'm concerned that if I don't remove the curse, I'm going to die. And I think that that would be probably worse than having a low score. Personally. But also, I am a coward. Man, what I wouldn't give for an ability to gain strength. Yo, it's not the same as in Isaac, okay? Exhaust 1, draw 2. Man, I don't care about that, like, at all right now. In Isaac, you can just avoid taking damage. In Slay the Spire, it's like mathematics. The better you are, the less likely you are to die. But, you know, to some extent, it's just... It's the law, the luck of the draw. So yeah, I was hoping to get to Letter Opener. Let's exhaust our Wild Strike. And then 29 plus 8, 37. That's a problem. Combust loses us 1 HP. However, it also gives us 2 HP immediately. Puts you guys real mighty close to lethality. Thank God. So we're only taking 5 damage. It could be a lot worse. Brutality heals us for 2. And then we lose 2 over the next 2 turns, which is not great. Warcry. We draw 1. No, it's not. I mean, I guess I'm interested to, a very, very small extent. This is a problem, though. I mean, what are we going to do about the wound is the thing. Yeah, I think we kind of, like, gotta do something like this. It's a really bad deck, to be honest. I think we're in a lot of trouble. What do we have in here? Nothing that would make me particularly excited. So, this really looks like you would power through immediately. I didn't leave myself enough for Fiendfire, like a fool. That was a very poor move. It's bad because you have too many cards. Well, that's control chaos. I don't have control over that. Like, at the end of the day, you know, the fact that we have 51 cards in our draw pile is because of the daily requirements. I really think you gotta start there. It's a real problem. And by real problem, I mean, like, we are dead, dude. We are dead as hell. Well, if I can hit you for 11... Wait, we're gaining 10 block. Okay, so let's start small. I wish our attacks didn't require us to get hit to use them. That would be nice, if possible. But they do. So, what is an upgraded Warcry? You draw 2. So I'm actually like, okay, armaments, Warcry. Warcry, Get rid of Hemokinesis. Play Impervious. Alright, so you're alive. And then your 36 plus 14 takes you to 49. And we're at 45 right now. So if you toss out like an armaments, upgrade disarm, disarm the leader, we may yet make it, but that was a turn that required some finesse. Now you gotta go, because we die in, basically we have 3 turns left of survival. I can't even play Hemokinesis. What I can do is, do we have like a bludgeon or so? We do have a bludgeon. Okay, so I'm gonna headbutt the bludgeon back so I get it next turn. And then I'm gonna do 20 damage to you. And all I gotta do, I mean, that might not even be enough, but I think I'm gonna live with 1 H. Oh no, you're dead. Let's go. We lived. That's a surprise. Definitely need more blocks. So again, when I said I needed more blocks, I meant like immediately if possible. Oh boy, this is a real mess. We're actually alive with 5 HP. I'm gonna headbutt armaments back and then havoc it so that we get the block and the 5 extra damage, and then I'm gonna hit you pretty hard. This deck requires like a PhD in deck builders to play properly, which is a problem because I don't have that. I think I would rather just bludgeon. They're on the back foot, which is nice. I mean, Carnage is just good. Like, what do we get if we shrug? Cleave? Yeah, I'd rather just Carnage you. Bless you, Kate. Bless you again. If you're about to die, just press Alt F4 instead. That's how Corey plays dailies. Look, guys. I know he's making everybody feel worse about themselves because of his incredible play in Tetris 99, but at least give the poor guy a chance to respond to slander of that nature. Hello, Ruka. Alright, we're still alive. We need blocks. Dude, straight up, I think a lot of people are gonna die on today's daily. This is also, we spent 27 minutes on a daily. Most dailies were done at this point. This is like the end of our... It's the end of our daily existence. That's just what life in the 1% is like. You gotta... I guess you gotta protect that that ranking. I can't disagree. Well, I mean, it's pretty bad. I guess we're gonna do it like this. We take 1 damage. Not that bad. Most of your runs last a minute. Dude, here's the thing, alright? You're not wrong, but like... If you're not living... I'm dumb. If you're not living that A20 life, then don't at me. If you're playing Slay the Spire on like Ascension 0 and you're like, man, this guy really cheesed up this run, I'm sorry to tell you, like, to be honest, you just don't know what you're talking about. A20 is crazy talk. So check this out. Shrug and then Havoc. Free body slam. We're good. Are strength builds worth doing? As take it from someone who has beaten Ascension 20 once as the Ironclad and not even on camera. Please, yes, toss me that. Yes, it's one of the only ways, in my opinion, to beat high-level Ascension. Is to you're much more likely, in my limited experience, to build a run. Dude, I think we can get there with this, honestly. Wait, that was... What am I doing? It was free, though. But it did nothing. So, good value. Let's just do this instead. one of the only ways to beat Ascension 20, and maybe to a lesser extent, other Ascension levels that are relatively high, as the Ironclad, is to build strength as quickly as possible and just kill the enemy before they get too strong. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, we're going to play the armaments, so let's do that first. No, I have not finished any A20 runs on camera yet. I'm really genuinely trying. I'm tossing everything I got at the wall and seeing what sticks, but it's hard, dude. It's a hard game. I'm not gonna fight that elite. What are we drawing? Metallicize? I'd rather just have it next turn. 30 to 50 straight losses on camera? Yeah, but like without context, like I'm not necessarily trying to defend myself unnecessarily, but without context, like it looks terrible and it is bad, but like Ascension 20 is also terrible. It's so hard. Might as well start here. That's why, like, when people are like, oh, you've lost a lot, I don't really take it personally, because I'm like, dude, it's hard. Even great players, apparently, like, the best players in the world have, like, a 30 to 40% win rate. I am not one of the best players in the world, that's for sure. So if my win rate is, like, 2%, that's fine by me. Ruka... He patted me on the back like, it's okay. You don't have to defend yourself. But I have to defend on this turn. Hold on, 13. I'd really rather take no damage. So I think I'm going to True Grit. And that's fine. I can live with that. All I ask is that if you know, are like, hey, Eggman, you suck at Slay the Spire, lol. All you got to do is submit to me a screenshot of all 3 characters having beaten Ascension level 20. But if I beat you on the daily, and you're like, man, you really stink, then, you know, just know that you're a coward, and I'm better than you. Not just at the game, but as a human being. Crushed. Alright. So far, so good. But keep in mind, we're about to go into random cards, if we haven't been there already. You don't want 100,000 people to send you that on Twitter? Dude, there's no way 100,000 people have beaten Slay the Spire on all 3 Ascensions. It's not possible. I don't believe 100,000 people have done that. For real. Go look at the achievement list and then compare it to like the number of owners on Steam charts or whatever. Well, 27 damage is real bad. I think I want to... Well, let's draw 2. Draw 2 is pretty good here. And then just do something like that. If we can just get enough metallicizes, we're good. Alright, Ruka. Please, go down, my friend. Hitcha. If we eventually just get enough metallicizes, I'm not too worried here. I don't know if we're going to get 2 metallicizes. I don't really want to draw through, because, you know, none of those cards really help us out that much. All these are bad, but they do heal us. I don't know if it's worth it, but, you know, this is where we're at. What are we going to get if we draw 2? We're going to get another metallicize, so you know what? Let's do that, brother. And if we exhaust that, we get some energy. It's just a weird... It's a very strange deck. Sure, I don't know. Like, it's a very, very strange deck. Not to mention, you know, on top of everything, we have fire breathing out there. That doesn't happen too often. I think we have to. Sadly, we're 2 strength up. I don't think that's worth doubling, honestly. That's not going to be how we're going to win here. This is real weird. 24. 18. That's not bad. I can live with that. Toss me one of these. Yeah, I think well, as soon as you get Bird-Faced Urn, I don't think you got any problem as far as healing goes. The real problem that we have right now is max HP. I don't really want to gain vulnerability. Pays 1 energy for 2 strength. Refuses to pay 1 energy for 2 strength again. Guess what, my friend? You are operating under the assumption that flex costs 1, when in reality, it doesn't. It costs you 0. This is a problem. Let's be reasonable. So you're doing 60 damage. I have 50 HP. If I play Clothesline, he meant Inflame. Well, Inflame also heals us. I think you're being a little bit... You're deliberately misrepresenting the situation to feel smarter. That's my personal opinion on the subject. Inflame also generates a little bit of HP for us. Clothesline will cause you, instead of 30 damage, you will deal like 22. That's 40. So Clothesline should keep us alive. And then, I mean, Feel No Pain is 36 damage, which is not bad. Yeah, I think I'd rather do the damage, honestly. Alright, how are we going to find a way to live? We'd start here. Berserk doesn't hurt us. Because we're already vulnerable. But I'm like, okay, maybe... It's 47. That's not enough. So really, you need to get something. Berserk doesn't do anything on the turn it's played. Excuse me, my friend. It generates 2 HP for us. We basically need this to be something good. And because of Blood for Blood, you're dead. Or sorry, because of Fire Breathing, you're dead. We live. How do you feel about that? Now, please, Lord. Raising your maximum HP by 5 is not very good, but I did give it a look, at least for a second. We need to generate max HP. I don't know how on earth we're going to do that. That's the only other thing I feel like compelled to mention, is if you're watching this and you're like, why is my dude dying? You know, Slay the Spire is easy. We are losing, you know, 1 maximum HP every single room. That's a huge debuff. And this is a, as far as dailies go, I agree, y'all. This is a brutal daily. Might as well heal for 12. And I hate to do it, but to save us, I will toss you one of those. That 10 HP might matter more than I'd like it to. So I really, really think that... Yo, I'm stupid. I really think we're kind of getting close to the point at which I should probably, if possible, if we can get our block to this level, try to stall. Man, if only I had 1 strength. Do it like this. 34, 16. If we could stall and play a bunch of powers while getting stronger and stronger, life would be but a dream. I don't know how realistic that is, though. It's getting a little dangerous. And by a little, I mean... okay. Havoc's a no-brainer. It's a good Iron Wave. Targeted the wrong enemy, life goes on. We're gonna get a body slam and a cleave. Very strong. Still hanging in there. Because we're drawing bludgeon, we won't be able to play bludgeon now. That's a bummer. We'll get Searing Blow. Searing Blow is not good enough to kill you with the amount of energy we got. So I'm thinking we really just do like this. I don't think we're gonna win in 2 turns, so I stand by this. This sucks, though. This sucks, like, extremely badly. How are we gonna get out of this one? Well, I mean, that's fine. And then, you know, I mean, dual wield Feel No Pain is something. We could shrug Heavy Blade, but we already have a Heavy Blade in our hand, so that doesn't seem like a wise idea to me personally. So, you know, I guess, get 2 of these bad boys out there and just try to scum the Christ out of the game so that we have a chance to, you know, get maximum value, I guess. So this is worth 6 if we don't play it. It's worth way more if we do, obviously. I can't believe we're still alive. Ruka, get out of here. Why are you biting me on the foot? I don't understand. You're right. You know I don't speak Spanish. I think we've finally done it. Easy. I'll tell you one thing, I don't think we need any more body slams. If that was like a 10-minute long fight, that's scary. Yo, cat. What is your problem? Ooh, I mean, Dramatic Entrance is not horrible and we'll be guaranteed to get to play it. But I think I want Jack of all trades just for the meme factor. Do not fight. No, absolutely not. This guy. I'll fight this guy. Doesn't bother me. Like that. And so I'm like, I'm not going to take a chance. We'll do it like this. You know what? Bring back the shrug, but probably should have brought back the body slam. You know what? Let's get funky with it. Turned out to not be that good. That's okay. God Terminal sucks. It blows real bad. That's what I'll say about this. It's pretty terrible. But we're hanging in there. We really... it's been really good for us so far. We really, really... we need greater defense. And I know I say that as somebody who just got rid of some defense from my deck, but... like, we really need some better defense. I think getting a little bit of max HP is light, but it could help us. Ornamental fan. I can live with that. I can't remove anything. I really just don't want to fight at this point, even though it would give us money. So 3 more. We're going to have 35 HP when we go to our final boss. Who's our boss? 35 HP maximum. It's the Timekeeper. Hello, pets. Well, Shrug is always going to give us more damage on Body Slam. So for free, it's very good. This is it. Pepe hands. I hate to say it, but I don't disagree. This guy's a real piece of work. So, certainly, Body Slam for free is a gimme. No real reason to heal in this case. I think I honestly prefer Havoc here. Doesn't really matter the order we do those in, unfortunately. Alright, that's pretty bad. This daily sucked. You're telling me. I'm not feeling particularly good. You never mind, I'm a genius. Look at that. Mind Blast for 51. Thank you, RNG. A cleave, huh? Well, you can get cleave decay. You know how we're gonna do this? Check this out. Your boy's a genius. Yeah, he's still pretty smart. Havoc, the bang dicky. Draw one of those bad boys right there. 21 damage, huh? Okay, how about we're safe and you stink? And then we're gonna take 2. That's not bad at all. Eat my butt. This guy's a real bummer. No doubt about it. I'd say he's even more of a bummer when you don't have any blocks in your hand. So I'm actually just gonna say, you know what? Go ahead and hit me for 5. Rather have that than have you hit me for 70. And we'll try something like this. Where are you at? 30? 48. That's terrible. That's just god awful. Let's try something like this. We're at 30. Still pretty bad. Hit you again. Where you at? 48. Good night. We lose. We tried. It was a bad daily, though. We did our best. 534. It's a poor score. There was a lot of... For a bad run, or a bad finish, there was a lot of good stuff on that run, if that makes any sense. Like, I played better on that run than the vast majority of my daily wins. We had some turns that were like a huge get for us. Surprisingly. We're going to play some honkers. Give me a minute. I'm going to grab some water. I'll be back to play some Fishing Star World Tour on the Nintendo Switch. See you in like 90 seconds.